fight on the main card. In the third fight on the main card, we have Matthew Christopher Schnell deciding to change his name. Add that Christopher. Used to always be Matt Schnell. Now go by his full legal name, Matthew Christopher Schnell, versus a guy with one name and making up for the kind of multiple names that Matt Schnell wants to have. SuMudaerji. Depending on how you want to say it, depending on how they separate those names on the UFC card. Let's start with SuMudaerji. And I'm just going to say this 1,000,001 different ways. Eventually, I'll get it correct by the laws of elimination, I guess. SuMudaerji, he's a long, intelligent striker. He sets really good traps and sets himself up for countering his opponent very, very well. He is precise. He's got a really good gas tank. He's got a really good range and distance control. He stays safe by sliding in and out of the feints or by sliding in and out of oncoming punches. He feints really well. He covers a lot of distance when he does decide to shoot and throw combinations. He has had about a year of a layoff here, and he's been submitted in the past. Actually, that's the only way he's lost, is by losing to submission. He's denied 3 of 5 takedowns versus Louis Smolka, 3 of 3 takedowns against a guy who I've never been able to say his last name, Sukio Mathan. He fought him 2 or 3 times ago. Denied 3 of 3 there, and denied 1 of Adashev's takedowns, Zaruk Adashev. So I see SuMudaerji as a guy who has really, really good striking ability and the ability to keep it standing should he so choose. Now, coming in is going to be the opposite of that. We have Matt Schnell, who's willing to stand and bang, but also willing to shoot takedowns. He's an orthodox fighter. He's got really good Brazilian jiu-jitsu when he chooses to employ that. He's got solid power, solid speed, but he has been hittable in his career. He was an Ultimate Fighter contender. He has had an up and down career. Now coming in at 32 years old now, I think a lot of us think of Matt Schnell as a young and up and coming prospect, but as time will do to all of us, it passes us on, and we have Matt Christopher Schnell now, this iteration, who's 32 years old. He hasn't won since January of 2021. His losses by submission and by TKO. He has been staggered or stunned lately, wobbled, if you will. And he throws punches and bunches. He trains all over the world, which could be really, really good for him in terms of being that well-rounded prospect. But I think when it comes to this fight here, I'm just going to want to lean on the edge of SuMudaerji. I think that if Matt Schnell tries to take it down, I think SuMudaerji is going to be wise to it and be able to keep it standing. And if it does get to the ground, he's going to be able to work back to his feet. I don't think Matt Schnell is going to be able to submit SuMudaerji, and I do like SuMudaerji's ability on the feet to take Matt Schnell. As an interesting side note, SuMudaerji goes by the nickname the Tibetan Eagle, which is interesting because this is going to be UFC on ABC, which the parent company is Disney, and Disney's parent company is China, and China doesn't recognize Tibet. So I'm interested to see the dynamic, if that gets mentioned, about how we have the Tibetan Eagle basically on a platform that doesn't recognize Tibet. That's going to be something interesting. But I think Matt Schnell will try to take him down. I don't think he's going to be able to find much success prolonged there in the fight, or at least not early. I think SuMudaerji is going to be able to use his distance and his ability and his setup to be able to put Shane Burgos away. I think SuMudaerji is going to be able to win this one. And I feel pretty confident, about 70% confident on that one. I would take him. I don't know what the betting line is right now this early, but I'm going with SuMudaerji to take the win over Matt Schnell. Let me check the comments, see what's going on. Cassius Cam. Schnell has way more ways to win, but Sue is better at finishing. He has more ways to win on the ground for sure. He brings that Brazilian jiu-jitsu and that kind of wonky style. But I just think SuMudaerji has shown enough that he's going to be able to find his way out of those, and maybe not even find his way into those bad situations. So I like Suma, and I also like him because of the Tibetan thing. I think that's going to be really, really interesting to me, seeing about how Disney and everybody goes about handling that. For whatever reason, when I was taking my fight notes, I decided to do it out of order. So bear with me while I find the right page to talk about Li Jingliang